The world's largest armies, powerhouses of the planet. What if I told you that the size of a country could determine the strength of its army? It might seem like a no-brainer, right? More land, more people, more soldiers. But it's not always that simple. Geography, resources, technology, these all play a huge part in shaping a country's military might. Today, we're diving into the world's 10 largest countries and their formidable armies. From the vast steppes of Russia to the bustling cities of China, we'll uncover the secrets behind their military power. Stay tuned, because you won't believe who's at the top. Alright, let's kick things off with a country that needs no introduction when it comes to military might: Russia, spanning 11 time zones. Russia boasts the largest landmass of any country on Earth, and with that expansive geography comes a deep well of resources and manpower. We're talking over 1 million active duty personnel, a staggering number of tanks and armored vehicles, and a nuclear arsenal that could, end civilization as we know it. But Russia's military strength isn't just about sheer numbers. It's also about resilience. Remember Napoleon? Hitler? History has taught us that invading Russia is like trying to conquer a blizzard. You might make some initial gains, but eventually, the cold, harsh reality will set in. And with its recent military modernization efforts, Russia's military is looking less like a sleeping bear, and more like a bear that's wide awake and ready for anything. Okay, now let's journey from the icy plains of Russia to the equally icy but arguably friendlier nation of Canada. Yes, Canada, the land of maple syrup, hockey, and universal healthcare, also happens to have a military. And it's not just for show, eh? See, Canada might be known for its peacekeeping missions and diplomatic approach to global affairs, but don't let that fool you. Beneath that polite exterior lies a highly trained and technologically advanced fighting force. They might not have the largest numbers, but what they lack in quantity, they more than make up for in quality. Their special forces, the JTF-2, are among the most elite in the world, trained to operate in some of the harshest and most unforgiving environments imaginable. Plus, let's not forget that Canada is a founding member of NATO, standing shoulder to shoulder with some of the most powerful militaries on Earth. So, yeah, don't underestimate the Canadians. Now, we can't talk about powerful militaries without mentioning the elephant, or perhaps the bald eagle, in the room: the United States of America. With a military budget larger than the next 10 countries combined, the US stands as the undisputed heavyweight champion of military spending, and that money buys a lot of firepower. We're talking about a mind-boggling array of advanced weaponry, from stealth bombers and aircraft carriers to nuclear submarines and drone technology that seems ripped straight out of a science fiction movie. But the US military strength isn't just about its toys. It's also about its people. The highly trained soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who put their lives on the line every day. However, with great power comes great responsibility, right? The US military's global reach and interventionist history have sparked debates about its role in the world. Is it a force for good, a necessary evil, or something in between? That's a question for another video, but one thing's for sure: the US military is a force to be reckoned with. Chapter 4. China, the Dragon's Rise. Okay folks, buckle up, because we're heading to the east, to the most populous nation on Earth, China. China's military, the People's Liberation Army, is not just massive. I mean, we're talking over 2 million active personnel. It's also undergoing a period of rapid modernization. Over the past few decades, China has invested heavily in upgrading its military technology, developing everything from hypersonic missiles and stealth fighters to aircraft carriers and cyber warfare capabilities. And this modernization is not just about catching up to the US, it's about surpassing it. China's growing military might is a reflection of its ambitions to become a global superpower, challenging the existing world order. From the South China Sea to the Himalayas, China is asserting its military presence, sending a clear message: the dragon has awakened. Chapter 5. Brazil, the sleeping giant of South America. Now let's shift gears and head south to South America, where we find Brazil, a country often associated more with samba and soccer than with military might. But don't let that fool you. Brazil might not have the global reach of the US or China, but it boasts the largest military in South America and one of the most powerful in the world. Brazil's military strength lies in its sheer size. It has the largest active personnel in the Americas after the US, and its diverse capabilities. From its vast rainforest to its long coastline, Brazil faces unique security challenges, and its military has evolved to meet those challenges head-on. They've got a growing navy, a formidable air force, and a well-equipped army, all trained to operate in a variety of environments. While Brazil has traditionally focused on regional security, it's increasingly playing a role in international peacekeeping missions, showcasing its growing influence on the world stage. Chapter 6. Australia, the Outback Defender. Alright, let's hop over to the land down under, a country known for its laid-back attitude and deadly creatures. But did you know that Australia also has a surprisingly powerful military? See, Australia might be geographically isolated, but it's strategically vital, sitting right in the heart of the Indo-Pacific region, and they take their defense seriously. Despite having a relatively small population, Australia boasts a technologically advanced military equipped with some of the best gear money can buy. We're talking state-of-the-art submarines, fighter jets, and cyber warfare capabilities that rival those of much larger nations. Plus, they've got something most other countries don't: the Outback. This vast, unforgiving landscape serves as the ultimate training ground for their soldiers, turning them into some of the toughest and most adaptable warriors on the planet. Chapter 7. India, a Legacy of Valor. Next up, we're heading to the world's largest democracy, India. With a population exceeding 1.3 billion people, it's no surprise that India boasts one of the largest armies on the planet. But India's military history stretches back millennia, a rich tapestry woven with tales of valor, strategy, and unwavering courage. From the ancient warriors of the Mauryan and Gupta empires to the brave soldiers who fought for independence, India has a long and storied military tradition. Today, the Indian Army stands as a formidable force, equipped with a mix of domestically produced and imported weaponry. They're facing complex security challenges, from border disputes with Pakistan and China to internal threats like terrorism and insurgency. But through it all, the Indian Army remains a symbol of national pride and a guarantor of peace and stability in a volatile region. Chapter 8. Argentina, the Gauchos of Warfare. Now let's swing back over to South America, to a country known for its tango, its steak, and its somewhat turbulent history, Argentina. While Argentina might not be the first country that comes to mind when you think of military powerhouses, don't let that fool you. They've got a proud military tradition and a fighting spirit that can't be ignored. While their military might have diminished since the days of the Falklands War, Argentina still maintains a capable force equipped with a mix of modern and older equipment. They've got a strategic location, controlling a large chunk of South America and a coastline that stretches for thousands of miles. And they've got the Gaucho spirit, a fierce independence and resilience that's deeply ingrained in their national identity. Chapter 9. Kazakhstan, small but mighty. Okay, for our next stop we're heading to Central Asia, to a country that's quickly becoming synonymous with vast steppes and unexpected adventures. Kazakhstan. Now, Kazakhstan might not have a massive military like some of the other countries on our list, but what they lack in size, they more than make up for in efficiency. See, Kazakhstan has taken a page from the playbook of smaller, technologically advanced militaries, focusing on quality over quantity. They've invested heavily in training their soldiers and acquiring modern equipment, including tanks, armored vehicles, and fighter jets. Plus, they've got something many other countries don't experience. Kazakhstan has been actively involved in peacekeeping missions around the world, gaining valuable experience in a variety of operational environments. Chapter 10. Algeria, Guardians of the Sahara. And finally, let's journey to the largest country in Africa, Algeria. Bordered by the vast Sahara Desert to the south and the Mediterranean Sea to the north, Algeria has a long and complex history shaped by its strategic location and abundant natural resources. And at the heart of Algeria's security apparatus stands its military, the largest and arguably one of the most powerful in Africa. Algeria's military strength stems from several factors. First, there's its sheer size. With over 100,000 active personnel and a large reserve force, the Algerian military is a force to be reckoned with. Second, Algeria has invested heavily in modernizing its military, acquiring advanced equipment from Russia, China, and other countries. From tanks and fighter jets to air defense systems and naval vessels, the Algerian military possesses a diverse arsenal capable of projecting power both domestically and regionally. And finally, there's Algeria's strategic location. Situated at the crossroads of North Africa, the Sahel, and the Mediterranean, Algeria plays a crucial role in regional security. Outro the power play. And there you have it, the world's largest countries, with the most formidable armies. From the nuclear arsenals of Russia and the United States to the rapidly modernizing forces of China and India, we've explored the diverse factors that contribute to military might. But as we've seen, it's not just about the size of the army or the sophistication of the weapons. It's about the training, the strategy, the leadership, and the will to fight. So which one do you think is the most powerful? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world's most powerful forces.